Hey friends, we are back for another travel day. Pretty long one actually. We're back at Terminal 3, Heathrow. I think we are here more often than not, it seems. It's always Terminal 3 at Heathrow. We're flying out today with Cathay Pacific and we are going to the Philippines. We got a bit of a journey planned, so we've got a long one that's going to stop off in Hong Kong, and then we've got to connect in Hong Kong to the Philippines. We're going to Manila for a few days, and then we are off to the island of Boracay. And I probably pronounced that wrong. I keep being told that I do, but it is what it is. So we'll have a few videos from Manila, we'll have a couple of videos from Boracay, and then we are coming back via Hong Kong to visit Hong Kong Disneyland for the first time. We're taking off a new castle, which I'm very, very excited about. I'm very excited to see all that Hong Kong Disneyland has to offer and just see all the rides that we've never got to experience anywhere else. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll take you on the journey as we board the flight, go through the airport, and we try all that lovely plane food. I know some of you guys do not like it, but I actually find that to be the most fun part of the journey. So if you guys do enjoy the video throughout, give us a thumbs up, do appreciate it. It really does help us out a lot. And it'd be great if you could hit the subscribe button, bell icon to be notified when we post all new videos. Let's take to the skies. So as we said, we're at Terminal 3 at the moment. We've got to go into Departure Area C because we're flying with Cathay Pacific, as I said. So just one thing to bear in mind, which we completely forgot about. You have got to do an e-travel in order to get into the Philippines at the moment. And this is like the health declaration, and then you get the QR code. It's a lot of steps to fill in, passport details, vaccine details, all things like that. And then you get your QR code that you can show them at the check-in desk to say you've had everything, basically. So we are heading through security. It's time to get in. We are through, and that was actually only about 10 minutes. Didn't get stopped at all. We got through security all in one go. Just going into duty free, see what there is. Might go and spray some perfume. No, we're gonna go and spray some perfume actually. Let's do that. Let's go and see what we got. What should we go for? I think this is all the women's here. Is this the women's? I need to find the men's stuff. That'll be that way, won't it? Let's go this way. So, I think this is the men's section, or at least getting there anyway. Have we gone past it? Want some jupe hom or jupe jump or something like that. I couldn't find the jupe that I normally wear, so it's normally jupe. It's normally jupe jump, but couldn't find it. So we've gone for Gucci Guilty. Something different. Never tried it before. It smells pretty good though. That'll keep us going for like a 12-hour flight. The person next to us won't like get annoyed with me for smelling. Hopefully not, anyway. We very, very, very rarely buy any of these things, but I always see people buying it, and I'm like, well, how can you spend all this money on chocolate and then take it away with you? Or it's the people going home. People taking dairy milk home or something back to, you know, wherever. We've been to Terminal 3 so many times recently. So we come here when we go to Orlando. We came here when we went to Paris recently, Disneyland Paris. So I'll put a link down in the description for the playlists for 2 Orlando trips last year and a Disneyland Paris one. We're going to go and grab some food, maybe from Pret or something like that, something quick. So we've decided we're going to go to Pret because we just want a quick snack. We basically, it's like 6 o'clock now, really, and we're going to have a meal on the plane, so we don't want to get anything too much, so we're just going to get like basically a sausage wrap or something like that and a coffee, and that will do us until we're on the plane. We'll have the full meal, and then we've got another meal before we land as well. So we've got loads of food. It's not worth us getting a full sit-down meal at Wagamama's or anything like that, really. So we're in Pret. We've got our hot chocolate. We've got like a cold coffee as well. Pastrami or prosciutto, sorry, and cheese. And then this weird garlic swirl, which is actually probably the best thing that I've ever had in Pret, I think. I haven't tried this prosciutto thing yet though, but that garlic swirl, that's on point. It's on point. I think it was like 16 quid altogether, so it was airport prices. It is what it is, but pretty good. quite happy with that. And then we've got an hour and a half until we can go for boarding on the flight. So our gate has been called, and we are gate 40. Opposite way to what we've been every other time. I think I was gate 1 when went to Orlando last year. All the way down that end. We're going to go this way, 23 to 42 this way. So hopefully it won't be a long walk. So I underestimated how far the gate was. 42 is actually very far away. We're not doing the travelator, and now I'm like, whew. I just wanted to feel like I was at Universal, that's what it was. I wanted to be on the travelator. The moving walkway is approaching. Please stand clear. Next time I'm here, I think I'll be on one of these Virgin Atlantic ones. It's always Virgin Atlantic. This one is a A350-1000, and this is Ruby Slipper. Ruby Slipper. Not been on her before, I don't think. Turns out it's actually gate 40. I thought it was 42. I must have misread that. Or I was so caught up in the moment that we were having to go so far. It's like a 10-minute walk. I'm exhausted now, but we sat down for the next 12 hours on this flight, 12 and a half hours, I think. And then we've got a connection in Hong Kong, which is about an hour, and then another 2.5 or 3 hour flight. Yay, great. So there she is. There's our plane tonight. So we're flying from Heathrow to Hong Kong on an Airbus A350-1000. That's what we're flying on there. Very nice looking plane. I love the A350s. Then we're gonna land at like 20 to 4 in the afternoon in Hong Kong. We've got a 45-minute or an hour transit in Hong Kong, and then we'll be boarding an Airbus A330-1000 to go to Manila, and that's a 2.5 hour flight. So we've got a couple of flights to take, a short transit, and a lot of fun. Long day it's going to be, but there she is, looking nice. We have a crowd of people forming. They're taking over. Our flight's been delayed by like 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so because of strong headwinds. So they're saying that it should be fine going out there. We should have strong tailwinds basically pushing us to Hong Kong, so we shouldn't actually be late at all. But I'll come up with a plan if we are. Ooh, these are part of the One World group, which means you can use your Avios on this. It's a big old plane. Just waiting to board. Make sure you touch the side of the plane before you board. We are making our way all the way to the back. I think we're like one of the last rows. We're 74 J and K. Ooh, there we go. I thought we were right at the very back, but it's not too bad. Nice view. Okay, so we are seated. We've got actually a fairly sizable screen. We'll check how that operates shortly. We've got a small pillow. There's a blanket around here somewhere, I think. Here's the blanket. Okay.
Can I tell you what I really like about this?
What?
It's a nice material. It's not that like crappy fleecing material. It's
Yes,
actual proper,
no, I agree.
like, thick, normal material.
Yeah, no, agreed. I like it. I'm quite happy with that. The pillow looks, it feels like an actual cotton blend as opposed to that cheapy, like, scratchy stuff. Headphones, of course. Not very good headphones, but you do need them for the TV. Your convenience bag, and your safety instructions. As I said before, we're on an Airbus A350 tray table. Tray table is quite cool, actually. So we got the half-fold one, still wet as well, which is nice because they've cleaned it. So it's a half-fold one, so you've got 2 cup holders. And then we've got this really cool thing here. So you can put a little drink here, and I'm assuming this is to put your phone in. I'm recording on my phone, so yeah, I guess it kind of fits your phone in. That's quite cool. And then you've got a USB here as well, so you can charge, which is, I mean, so far, so good. It's our first time playing with Cathay, so.
I'll show you my favourite feature. An empty seat next door.
Are we okay? And we're, as I said, we're in 74, so we're like right at the back. We've got 2 rows behind us. There we go, that's a beautiful view out there. Looking nice. We've got a Cathay safety video.
Please take a few minutes to watch our video. 由而家開始，我哋會展開一段舒適、靜心嘅飛行旅程。請用幾分鐘留意呢段短片，因為你嘅安全對我哋嚟講係好重要。If you're traveling with hand luggage or large items, make sure before helping others.
So it's not an interesting safety video like the Virgin Atlantic one or the British Airways one. Just standard generic one, but it's on the screen as opposed to the staff doing it for us. Which is fine. It's absolutely fine. The seat is a nice headrest as well. Fully adjustable headrest. And I feel like we've got a fair amount of room. Like, leg room at least. So,
place it over your head,
wouldn't be a bad
the
flight,
strap
really.
around your waist and fasten the buckle. Then pull the strap
I quite like
firmly
this.
to tighten it.
I love it with this.
你嘅耳袋裏面有一張安全紙。
So we got the menu here. It's nice to have a paper menu given to you. So you can see what you're going to have. So what have we got? We've got bulgur wheat tomato salad with chicken, bread and butter, served with a choice of braised pork mince with yushang sauce, pak choy and steamed jasmine rice, coq au vin with green beans and tagliatelle Italian eggplant parmesan, and then to finish we got ice cream and tea and coffee. For snacks that we can get upon our request, cup noodles, fruits and assorted snacks. Breakfast is seasonal fruit yogurt, bakery, fruit preserves and butter with cheese omelette, Nürnberger pork sausage, spinach, cherry tomato, potato rosti, chicken and mushroom congee, and then tea and coffee. And then we've got a bunch of drinks, so soft drinks, wines, beers, spirits. This is all included in the flight, so we're going to get all of that if we want. And then obviously they print it in Chinese as well, because Cathay is a Chinese airline, or Hong Kong airline. So at the back we've not got any toilets down the back at all, just the galley. So taking another view around the seat area, obviously as we said we've got the pocket and whatnot. We're flying now, so just bear with us, it's a bit louder. Just down here, it's very difficult to see. Let's try and get a torch for you. We did kind of luck out as well because we've got a free seat next to us, so I think Becky's going to move over shortly and then we'll keep the middle seat free just for us. So let's take a look at the in-flight entertainment. So new this month in HD. Oh, it's a video, we don't need to see that. Whale, fairly new, White Lotus, some magazines, so let's see, here you go, Babylon, pretty new, Man Called Otto, pretty new, Megan, good film, Shotgun Wedding, Hotel Transylvania, got lots and lots of cool films. So you do also have loads of music as well, kids stuff, which is kids movies, TVs, games, albums, games obviously, and then you can check the cameras, so you can do a front view, and obviously as you saw, we're on a night flight at the moment, a little bit of turbulence. Ooh, a lot of bit of turbulence. Please fasten your seatbelt. Yes, okay. That got a little bit choppy. They did just come round with a couple of bottles of water for us. So we got the Harrogate spring water. So the beauty of this now is Becky has moved over and I've got this leg room here now, which is it's just great. It's just great. We couldn't ask for much more on a 12-hour flight outside of being in premium or first or something. I think they're about to bring the food around. What's this person watching? I think it's Babylon. I think it is Babylon. That film flopped at the box office, such a shame. So I've gone for the braised pork. Becky's gone for the coq au vin, the chicken. So I'll take the top off in just a second. She's doing hers now, and I'll show you what we've got. So there's mine. I mean, it looks a little bit mushy. I've got the braised pork, rice, and pak choy. I've got like a little, which looks like couscous salad there. I've got a warm roll, yeah, squishy roll, very squishy roll. Creme brulee ice cream. And then got a little cutlery pack here. It is actually, sadly, plastic cutlery, which it looks like. So none of the fancy metal cutlery, unfortunately. And then we've just got apple juice. So Becky's got everything exactly the same on the tray, apart from the main dish. And this is the coq au vin, the tagliatelle. And hers actually looks a lot better presented than mine. So you can see the tagliatelle, see the green beans, and then you've got the chicken, coq au vin there. But everything else on the actual plate is the same. Little trays are quite cute, all like look like a little bento box type thing. I won't record whilst I'm eating, but I'll let you know thoughts after the fact. So with the cutlery, I kind of like how it like stacks together like that. I'm hoping these are like washed and reused or something, like disinfected obviously, because it's plastic. But obviously the metal ones on Virgin would be reused. And then we got an antiseptic wipe tissue. We've also got this little chocolate with compliments, it says on it, which is cute. So we finished our food. Interesting, actually. I think the texture of Becky's was not personal perspective. The texture of Becky's one was nicer with the tagliatelle, the coq au vin, actual like proper chunks of chicken and mushrooms in there. But I preferred the taste of mine. It was quite heavy on soy sauce and lemongrass and things like that. But the texture just wasn't there. It was a bit too like mushy, like baby food-esque. The bread was beautiful. The little salad actually was quite nice. It had a bit of chicken on the top, and it was quite refreshing. Overall, like two pretty good meals. The ice cream at the end was nice as well. Creme brulee, it had quite a rich flavour. Going backwards slightly on the food, Becky's was very rich. Coq au vin, I think, comes with wine normally, and you could really like taste that in there. It was like a really rich sauce. It was good. A lot of flavour there. Mine, I think, it wasn't as rich, but I just prefer the Asian palate anyway. So that's why I preferred that. But either dish, you really couldn't go wrong at all. Just actually pretty good meal overall. So we've got this kind of perch thing going on here. We've made like a little nest. Blankets. I've got a hoodie as a pillow, cushion behind me. Becky's sorting out secondary blanket. I think we might be able to get some sleep. Who needs premium and upper class when you've got a whole row? So one thing, the plane is nice. It's an A350-1000. This is the same one that we get quite often over to the US. Feels a little bit colder though, the whites and the greens. Same kind of feel I have with BA planes over Virgin Atlantic planes. They just don't feel as warm. In the bathrooms it's very cold and stuff like that. One thing of note, these seats, they recline a lot, which is good for you if you recline your seat, but when the person in front reclines their seat as well, it's like, oh, a little bit claustrophobic. So, hey, it wasn't bad because we still managed to go back quite far and get some rest. Becky and I have swapped seats a couple of times throughout the night, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the breakfast, see what that'll be. So we've just had our breakfast delivered. We've got omelette with cream cheese, sausage, there's potato rosti in there. You've got some spinach, tomato. Spinach looks quite wilted though. You've got a fruit cup with like orange, melon, stuff like that in there. You've got a raspberry Yeo Valley yogurt. And then we've got a warm roll with some butter and jam. And I've just gone for a cup of tea. So it looks, other than the wilted spinach, it looks quite nice actually. It says it's an omelette with cream cheese on the packet, so see how it tastes. So the breakfast wasn't very nice for me personally. I'm a big fan of cream cheese, so I didn't much rate that at all. Potato rosti was nice, the sausage was nice, a little bit of spinach as well. No, the tea was cold, which is a shame because the dinner was really nice, so that's what it is. We've got about 45 minutes till we land. We're running late though, we only had a 55-minute connection, so we're running about 10-15 minutes late. I'm not sure we're going to make this connection. The connecting information has just appeared on our screen, so we can check it, I can see it, but I don't know if we're going to make it. So it might be that we have to do a different flight. We'll figure it out anyway. They'll come and tell us what to do. If it's anything like Heathrow connecting arrivals is terrible. So far to walk. So I'm hoping this will be better, but probably not. So here's the connecting information that we've got. So our connection is the CX903 here, Manila, at 1650. So you've got Kaohsiung, Hanoi and Manila all at the same time, and it's going to tell you where to get the transfer. So W1, E2, next to E2, you know, all that stuff. So we're going to arrive in gate 23. So we'll see how long we got to get there. So we've landed. We've got 20 minutes until our next flight. So somebody said they were going to hold it. I don't know if that's actually going to be the case or not, but we've just got to make our way there as quick as possible. Hope our bags get on the plane, and then hope we get to Manila in good time. Huge airport. Apparently there's a really long taxi to the actual gate. So yeah, I hope they hold it for a while. So we've kind of been put off to the side. There's people waiting at the exit to the plane, and they've just told us to come here. We've got to get our boarding passes and everything ready to go. I think, as I said, they've delayed the flight, so we're kind of just waiting at this point. There's like a handful of people that are waiting at the moment, but not everybody's off the plane anyway. It looks like we'd be okay. I think it's been delayed, and I think we're going to be good. Also, this looks amazing. I really want to try it. It's behind a barrier, so I can't, but like a little cool seat wheelchair thingy. Anyway.
Even those standard wheelchairs have got smartphones on them.
This is amazing. Technology. Technology, you gotta love it. So we are getting an escort through the airport to get to our gate. This kind gentleman has taken us all the way. Moving walkways the whole way. It's actually like a relatively simple airport to follow, I think, though. We're at gate 28, we've got to go to 67. These screens look really cool. We're being told this is the gateway to China. Gateway to China, this is, right. I can see that. Okay, so we got stopped at security because we had a little bug spray that we bought at Heathrow in our bag. And now we're like completely rushing through, and we're probably going to be one of the last people to board the flight. There's a few people that are running as well, so it's interesting. This is scary. I hope we're okay. I've never been this late for a flight before. There's people in front that are in the same position as us, so if they don't make it, we don't make it. We can be friends. It's a nice airport though.
The number together?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Right, 69 J&K down back there. So we made it, thankfully. That was basically the walk of shame. That was the walk of shame coming on the flight. Every single person is looking at us like, we're late because of you. There were like 4 of us in the end that were the last ones on, obviously. It was pretty stressful, but we're on, which is the bonus. We got completely escorted all the way through. The airport looks lovely. What we saw of it for 30 seconds there. Technology in use is really good, actually. We scanned our passport and our boarding pass at the first kind of transfer area, and then when we scanned it again to get to the gate, we didn't actually need to scan it. It just did facial recognition and let us through, which was fantastic. So we're in the seat right above the wing. That's the wing. Can't do the direction. There, that's the wing. I'll show you the seat now. So here's the seat area. This is the seat that we're in for no reason whatsoever. Got a screen. It's a small old plane, Airbus A350-1000, as I said at the top of the video. It's very old. I mean, we've got this. I don't even know what that is anymore. Is that like a old headphone port? Like, is this what headphone ports look like before I was born? Well, I mean, it might not even been before I was born, like, it still could be a thing. USB port though, so, don't know, we're kind of a mix there. Tray table. It's actually a bigger tray table than before. I feel like these seats are bigger than before as well. Oh, my tray table's getting stuck. Right, cup holder. Ah, this is really cool. So this is one of those cup holders, I guess. This might be wrong, might be completely wrong here. That basically will be great in turbulence because that moves. So you put your cup in there and then it's got movement for turbulence. I think that would be it, like a gyroscope type thing. But then that feels really quite weak, so I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but anywho. Don't think there's any plug socket or anything. No plug socket. but it's okay. And we're in a 242 layout this time as well, whereas we were in 333 before. I'm pretty sure this is the same safety video as before, so I'm not going to show you guys this. It's whatever. It's good that they're doing it on video again though.
Make sure they're stored in the overhead.
The final leg of the journey for now. Hong Kong to Manila, Philippines. It says it's an hour and a half flight time, but I'm pretty sure it was longer than that. So, what's going on? Just saved an hour. We got a meal on a 1.5 hour flight, which is just incredible. This is like real back in the day stuff, you know, when you'd go to Spain and then give you a full dinner service the whole way. Not on EasyJet anymore. So we got pork, rice, pak choy, and a small bottle of water. We've actually got metal cutlery this time. That was something I was saying about on the last flight, so I'm quite happy to see that. The pork doesn't look too appetizing, but
The rice is very plain.
the rice is very plain.
Al dente.
Okay, right. So let's give it a try. So we're playing this 2048 game. I just got a score of 4,476. That's my best on a plane, at least. I think I might have done it before, but if you've played this, you know how much of a nightmare it is to play. But we're going to see what score Becky gets. Alright, so we got to 1,424 versus 4,476. It's almost like Men in Black all over again, isn't it? Pew pew!
Get out of my plane.
What a view we've got flying in. It's just absolutely stunning. There's the sun just going down. Sunset's a lot earlier here. So we have landed. We are in Manila now, the Philippines. It's the capital city of the Philippines, and that was a long day. Total transfer time was about 15 hours. Very rushed there in the middle. It was difficult to take you guys along for the journey on that because we got off the plane and straight onto another one within 20 minutes. We had to go through security. So just bear that in mind if you have transfers like that. You're probably going to have to go back through security, so don't buy any like expensive alcohol, perfume, all that stuff, because they'll confiscate it when you go through security again, which kind of sucks, really. It's a very bad idea. But yeah, we landed. We have collected our bags. We've gone through security. Security took ages to queue for. Take your picture, all of that stuff. Same as what you'd have really going into the US, apart from the fingerprints. You didn't do the fingerprints here. But we've got to go and get a taxi. They don't have Uber here, so we've got to use a special taxi app, and I'll put that in the bottom corner so you can see what that company is, and we'll let you guys know once we've got to the hotel how that was, and then we'll give you an overview of the hotel that we're staying in when we get there. So let's carry on. Philippines! And we're at arrivals, so rent a car, pay phones, parking, departures, taxis, buses, this way. So we got a... Yeah. Okay, so in the app, it's actually very smart. It's somewhat better than the Uber app, to be fair. You've got to find the gate that you're exiting. So gate 4, I think, is over here. And then we basically put that on the map and say, that's where we're coming from, take us to our hotel. So we've come out of departure, arrival, exit gate 4. We're at bay 5, 6, 7 at the moment. We've just ordered the taxi on here. We got a few extra like little bits and pieces, but basically it was like 447 Philippine pesos, which we just converted was £6, which is just absolutely insane. So this has not been a good experience at all. Using their Grab app rather than Uber, because Uber just doesn't exist, it is Grab here. Firstly, we called the taxi and that was kind of our fault. We did it to departures rather than arrivals, so we had to cancel that, and it took us like 10 minutes to get a new one booked. And now, I mean, it's been just sat in traffic for ages, and we've got someone confirmed. They're on their way, but they're just taking ages and ages. We're just kind of stood here, 30 degrees C, in jeans and a t-shirt, baking, waiting for a taxi, and it's not a good experience at all. I don't know what to suggest really. There are companies over there that are just shouting taxi, taxi, taxi at you, which you could probably get away with doing. Don't know if you'd want to do it though, because it could be a little bit dodgy. This is a little bit more like Uberized with like the safety center and stuff like that, so it's really up to you what you do, but this wasn't a great experience. So we're in the taxi. It's going to be about 30 minutes until we get to the hotel. Here we go. Here's our hotel. Red Planet, Manila Bay. So here we are at the Red Planet, Manila Bay. It's like a little hotel, obviously, in the Bay Area. We're going to go inside, check in, and then we'll take you up and give you a room tour. Here we are, checking into 12:01 at... We've got to put our key card in. I'm not a fan of these key card ones where we have to put our key card in straight away, but not bad. We had a good view out there, and then a really tiny window in here, so that's a bit of a shame. Fantastic sized mirror.
And bed.
And bed. Yes, the bed is huge. Feels kind of cheap, actually, when you're in here. But again, you kind of got to take where you are, really. Actually, a great view out the window there. Of course, as we said, good bed. Not sure if we could get away with English plug sockets there, but we've got the multi-use plug socket. Let's go around this side. We've also got another multi-use plug socket, another multi-use plug socket, another multi-use plug socket, and 2 USB ports. Small kettle, but no teas and coffees that I can see. You've got a small safe, small fridge, and then you've got the bathroom. Rain shower head, no detachable shower head. You've got a little butt cleaner thing there, sink, large mirror, and like not really a closet or anything, that's just shelving. But I mean that's the room. That's the room, and then you've got a little map on the wall. It's not very big, it really is not very big at all, but I don't know, I wasn't really expecting a really big room. I was expecting bigger than this, but not a really big room. So that's fine. I'll put down in the bottom corner how much we paid for this. We're here for 4 nights. Check-in was very simple. It was like 30 seconds and we were in. So yeah, that's the room. So we've used that Grab app again and we've got ourselves a takeaway. It really is just like Uber. We've got a Jollibee on the way, which is, I think, their local takeaway, really. It's basically KFC with other bits and pieces thrown in, and we're going to show you that in just a second. It's on its way, and hopefully it'll be here very soon. It's been a very long day, so we just want to grab a takeaway as opposed to going back out. It's like 10 o'clock already. We got Jollibee! It was actually only like a 20-minute wait, which is pretty good. Lots on there. Not a big box though, and we did get a couple of drinks with it, so let's dig into this. So we've gone for a bacon cheesy meal, which comes with fries. I've gone for, it has actually got spaghetti. We haven't got any cutlery though. played myself. A bit of chicken and a mango pie. Oh, peach mango pie, sorry. And to be fair, this was like £8 for 2 meals, which isn't too bad. Can't really complain about that. Well, that's the end of our travel day, and what an actual stressful day it was there in the middle. We were okay until we got to the point of realising that we were nearly going to miss our flight to Manila. But thankfully for Cathay Pacific, they did delay our second flight because there was probably about 30 or 40 of us that were due to get on that flight. So they were like, well, there's no point taking off without these people on there because we'll just have to put them on another flight anyway. So great, we made it to Manila. It's like 30 plus degrees. It is crazy hot. The taxi was an absolute mess. Manila airport was just complete gridlock, and to be honest, our taxi driver wasn't very good either. He was so nervous driving.
But he was a bargain.
But he was a
bargain.
Yeah. He was so nervous driving, but the taxi was really cheap. I think it was like £7, £8 to go 40 minutes in a taxi, which is just unheard of back in the UK. It costs us to go from the train station at home to the home. It costs us like £12. So yeah, I'm happy with like £8. That's not too bad. And then checking in to Red Planet in Manila Bay. The room's all right. We're only here for a few days, so it doesn't matter too much. We're not going to be in the room too much. We're going to be out and about exploring the city, and we got a few cool activities planned throughout this series of videos, so do stick around. Lots of fun stuff to see. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video throughout. If you did enjoy following us along and seeing how stressed we got, give us a thumbs up. Do appreciate it. It really does help us out a lot, and it'd be great if you could hit the subscribe button and bell icon to be notified when we post all new videos. We'll see you on the other side. Thanks.